Hi, my name's Elena Harder and welcome to your 5 fantastic freakout fingers instructional video. Oh yeah, you rule, you rule, you rule, you rule, you rule. You can use this technique to help you deal with acute stress. When I say acute stress, I mean that moment where something triggers you and you go, ah! You get into this rage, this fight or flight or freeze reflex, and all of a sudden everything becomes too much and you've lost your emotional equilibrium. In order to do this technique, you need 3 things. You need your hand, you need the awareness that you're in a stressful situation, and you need to decide that you're going to do something about it. Once you've decided that you're going to do something about it, you can activate each of these fingers with a specific breath and a specific intention in order to help you shift from your stress to a pleasurable or calm emotional space where you can then rationally and powerfully deal with whatever it is that's going on in your life. So each of the fingers has a name and an intention connected with it. We start with breathe, make love, magnetize, look inside, and love to be me. Each of these fingers we do 3 deep breaths on. And I mean, obviously you've heard people say that when you're feeling stressed out, you should take a deep breath. But what I found, and what my clients have found, is that a deep breath is not enough to shift you. You're going to take 1 deep breath and then go back to being stressed out in that space. What we're doing here is we're doing 15 deep breaths. It takes less than a minute, and what you'll find is that you will shift from whatever that deep stress is to a calm, amazing, rational space where you can then move forward and make empowered decisions that really benefit you, as opposed to responding from that stress space. And this is something that you can do. It's really simple. You don't need any outside paraphernalia, and it's something that you can do just in the palm of your hand while you're still listening to somebody talk. Maybe they're really freaking you out and you're like, I don't want to be here, freaking out. And you just like realize you're freaking out, make the decision to change, and then start doing the technique. And one of the most important pieces about this technique is that when you start it, you're creating an agreement with yourself. You're creating an agreement that you will finish the process. And that in itself is hugely powerful in creating transformation. And once you've started integrating this into your life and using it on a regular basis, what you'll find is that even the act of starting this ritual, starting this process, will already bring you to a much calmer space, because what you're doing is you're training your brain that when I start this process, by the time I'm done, I will feel better. When I start it, by the time I'm done, I will feel more calm. And so as soon as you engage that process, it starts that reaction in your body, and it starts building those brain pathways that say, yes, I'm calm and I have the ability to control that for myself. So let's get started. The very first piece is breathe. And what you're going to do, so you've realized you have a stress trigger, you've decided you're going to do something about it. The very next step is to take your pinky and touch it to your thumb. This has the impact of creating a physical anchor, tag, or reference point for the feeling that you're about to create in your body. Much like Pavlov's dog and the bell and salivating, what you're doing is you're creating a recurring neural pathway for yourself so that when you do this pinch with your pinky and your thumb, you're starting that process and you're telling your brain, when I do this, I begin to feel more calm. It's very, very powerful. So what you're going to do is you're going to pinch it, and you're going to do 3 deep breaths. Breathing in, and then on the exhale, if you have a safe space to do so, making a noise as loud as you can. If you don't have a space to do so, imagining yourself making a noise, and just really focusing on flushing out that exhale. So we're going to do 3 deep breaths there. If you can, putting a smile on your face. If you can't, just really focusing on those exhales. So the next finger is where the magic really happens. This finger is called Make Love, and it's attached to our ring finger. That's what we normally associate with that feeling of romantic love, you know, the wedding band and all that. And also the myth or the history of a vein that runs all the way from there to your heart. So what you're doing when you pinch this finger, you're engaging that make love space. This is where, if you're a joygasm practitioner, you can engage your joygasm and really use that to fuel the transformation in you. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should definitely check out the joygasm course, because it's just life-changing and so much fun. Dealing with stress, having more fun. Yeah. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to engage that next finger. This is your make love finger, also the chakra, yeah? And you're going to do 3 deep breaths here. And these 3 breaths are going to be focused on feeling good in your body. So what you're going to do when you engage this finger is you're going to put a smile on your face. I don't care if you don't feel it. The act of putting a really big smile on your face makes your biochemistry start acting in a way that makes you feel better. So you're going to put a smile on your face, you're going to do 3 deep breaths here, and you're also going to think about your genitals. Because it's really, if you think about, you've heard about the fear-love spectrum. Well, fear's on one end of the spectrum and love's on the other end of the spectrum. And what I like to say is that fear's on one end, love's on the other end, and orgasm is like way over that way. So when we learn how to harness that sexual energy for transformation of our emotional states, it becomes that much easier and more powerful. And orgasm is so compelling. I mean, it's something that we all want and crave and desire in our life. And it's something that when we learn how to harness it, it's really powerful in helping us shift our emotional states. And you've heard the saying that where attention goes, energy flows. So even the act of focusing on your genitals, maybe giving them a squeeze or two, is going to help you shift the energy of whatever it is that's going on in the situation. So, the second breath, pinching that ring finger, that make love finger, and doing a deep breath in. Do it along with me. And making a sound that sounds like pleasure if you have space to. You see how it got deeper with each breath? I allowed myself to feel more and more of that body, bringing your attention to your genitals and allowing that breath to flow through your entire body. So once you've done that, you've made a huge step in shifting the way that the energy is flowing within you in this moment. So what you're going to do next is release that finger and pinch the next finger. What you do with this is called your magnetize finger. This finger is directly related to creating what it is that we want. Every time we have a stress response, it's because there's something that's going on that isn't the way we want it to be. We're like, but this, I want this, you know? And it's really clear for us in that moment and really powerful for us to begin to focus on what it is that we want instead of what it is that we don't want. When we do this pinch and we start to do that focus, it allows us to start moving into that totally positive space and really anchor the shift of that energy that happened with that make love finger. Now, sometimes if you're in that stress space, you can't necessarily think about what it is in that situation that you want specifically to be better. So you can think about, you know, my kid is crying, I wish he wasn't crying, or my boss is really freaking me out, I wish he would, you know, just die or go to hell or something, you know, he's doing that thing again, or just quit. And you can't always change that situation, and for some of us it's difficult to get into that positive headspace. So if you can't think of a specific positive outcome about what it is that you want in that moment, what I want you to do is just be like, I just want to feel good. I just want to feel good. I just want to feel good. So you're doing your inhale, and then on that exhale, I just want to feel good. I just want to feel good. I just want to feel good. Inhale, I just want to relax. I just want to relax. I just want to relax. And you say it in your head. You don't have to say it out loud. If you have space to say it out loud, it's really powerful to hear it. But if you don't, then that's fine, and just do it in your head. So pinching that finger, thinking about how you would like the outcome of this to actually go, or just generic, you know, I want to feel better thoughts on the exhale, 3 times on the exhale. So breathing in, I just want to feel good, I just want to feel good, I just want to feel good. Quietly, obviously, if you need to. I just want to feel good, I just want to feel good, I just want to feel good. This is going to get so much better, this is going to get so much better, this is going to get so much better. And what that does is it really begins to anchor in and pull in a better version of the situation that you're in. Awesome. By now, if you've been running through this in a stress situation, you're feeling a lot better. You've done by now, if you're in a stressful situation and you're doing this, you've done 9 really conscious breaths, intentionally shifting your energy and your mental space around whatever it is, and you're probably doing a lot better than you were when the initial stress happened, which is awesome. The next piece I like to call look inside. Look inside. And it's making that eyeglass with your fingers, taking that index finger and your thumb and pinching them together. And what you do here is we're doing basically a full body scan. So on the inhale from your feet up to your head, and then on your exhale just flowing all of that out. And then again up, and then again out. Again up, and again out. And, sorry. So doing a scan of your body to see if there is anything left within you that really is still tight or still fighting or still stressed from that place. And this is your opportunity to really let anything that's left over go. There will be the occasional time where the thing that you're experiencing is a really huge stress, like it's mind-bogglingly stressful, and you get to this point and you're like, I'm still feeling freaked out. At that point, you just start over at the beginning and do those first 3 fingers again, and by the time you get back to that look inside, you'll feel great. So what we're doing is a scan of our bodies from our toes up to the crown of our head, and then on the exhale, just really letting that out. And we're going to do that 3 times. So it looks like this. Awesome. So at this point you've done 12 very conscious breaths to help shift your energy, and you are at the very best part, which is love to be me. You give yourself a huge thumbs up for having done this. You know that you're almost at the end, that you've done a good job. You know, all you had to do was follow the steps. Breathe, make love, magnetize, look inside. Love to be me, baby. So if you are by yourself, I totally encourage you to like give yourself a little kiss high five. Love doing it. If you're by yourself, I'd encourage you to give yourself a little kiss high five. If you're with friends who are, you know, like-minded, give them a little kiss high five. If you're by yourself, just give yourself a thumbs up and do 3 breaths here, just really being grateful for the opportunity to transition, knowing that what you want is on its way to you, and knowing that you can shift yourself whenever it is that you get triggered, and that you have this really powerful process to do that, and just really basking in the shift, because that's what's going to help anchor it and keep it living in your space. So with your thumb up, and again, this can all be done with your hand down at your side where nobody can really notice what you're doing. People in general don't notice what you're doing nearly as much as you think they do. It's true. So 3 deep breaths here. Focusing on that feeling of gratitude for the experience. And you're done. That is the whole 5 fantastic freak-out fighting fingers exercise. Fantastic freak-out fighting fingers phenomenon. So, just to recap for you, breathe, make love, magnetize, look inside, and love to be me. Using this, running it through from start to finish, 3 breaths on each, and so that's 15 breaths total with those intentions combined. And you just watch it over the next couple of days, or especially today since this is fresh in your mind. Watch for where those places you are that you get triggered and stressed, and actively engage the process. What I'd like to do with you right now, actually, as a bonus, is have you think about a space in your life where you normally experience a high level of acute stress. So something just that really triggers you in your life. Close your eyes right now and just pull up that moment. Got it? Awesome. So with that moment, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine running through this process that we just did. I want you to imagine that whoever it is or whatever's happening, that they're doing their thing, and you are just like, no, I'm stressed, I'm going to do something about this, I'm going to do it differently this time, and then you start engaging that process, and you start engaging those breaths. You breathe, you make love, you magnetize, you look inside, and then you just celebrate that this person gave you the opportunity to just clear that out on a different level and to really become a better person as a result of this stress, because that's what it's all about. Yeah, feels really good, right? So next time you're in that situation, that's what you're gonna do, right? Right. Awesome. Okay, this has been Elena Harder of Joygasm.me with your 5 fantastic freakout fingers, and if you like this technique, please share it with your friends, and we would really love to deepen this work with you. This is just the basics of a really powerful process and program called Joygasm, which is learning how to tap into rewiring your brain pathways. Like I said, this is just the beginning, and there's so much more. I would love to be your guide and catalyst through that process so that you can experience so much pleasure in your life and a revolution in the way that it is that you deal with stress. Oh yeah, you rule, you rule, you rule, you rule, you rule, you rule, you rule. Having a joygasm, joygasm. Dealing with stress, having more fun. Have a beautiful day. Love you guys.